Hello, what is up, guys? And this is our third season of our Marvel Crosses Over and Plays Survivor. Yes, that's right, our third season. We have dropped 2 seasons already. We have the Avengers and we have the Guardians of the Galaxy, and this is the Thor season. So we have the Thunder Tribe here, and we have the Mischief Tribe here. All right, now these are characters from Thor 1, 2, and 3 that haven't been used except for Thor. Thor is our first returning player of all of our seasons so far. We look to have more returning players, but Thor is going to be our first one. And with that, we're going to get into it and break down these tribes. So on the Thunder Tribe, we have Executioner, Fandral, Grandmaster, Hela, Ian Boothby, which is the intern from Thor Dark World, Korg, Meek, Surtur, Thor, Frigga. Oh, wait, sorry. Then we're going to go to the Mischief Tribe, which we have Frigga, Hogan, Curse, Loki, Malekith, the Dark Elf, Odin, Topaz, Valkyrie, and Volstagg. And we're going to jump into it. So, just going to say right now, my winner pick, let's see. We're going to go back to episode 1, so that way I can just see everything. And my winner pick is going to be, I'm going to go with Loki. He's a big risk taker, but that might get him in some trouble. But I'm going to go with Loki before merge is my winner pick. Comment who you think's going to win, and let us know. If you guys ever have anybody you want to be in the games, let us know, or players you want to return, we will bring them back. Anyway, so Thunder Tribe won both Reward Challenge and Immunity Challenge. And so there's these things like events, and we have statuses and whatnot, and they do affect the game, but we are not going to go over them to keep these videos a little bit more fast paced. But you can surely pause and check over them because they do affect the game. So right here we have fights and whatnot; those affect the game. You can pause and read over them just to figure out. All right, now we're going to Tribal Council, and nobody has any idols, so idols are not played here. Curse gets a vote. Curse. Volstagg. Curse. Volstagg. It is 3 Curse, 2 Volstagg. 3-3. Volstagg. Volstagg takes the lead 4-3. Curse, we have a tie. 4-4, 1 vote left. And Curse is going home on a vote of 5-4. So, villain here from Thor Dark World voted out first, which makes sense. We have a lot of heroes on this side, and looks like Malekith could not string together a group to vote Curse. Looks like he did pull Valkyrie in, which is pretty interesting, but the rest of them ended up voting for Curse. Alright, you can also see the vote summary down here if you need to pause and just look over it. So now we have our updated tribes, and let's get to this next challenge. Thunder Tribe wins immunity once again, and they got pillows, blankets, a hammock, and a mat. Now, something interesting to touch on for this is the Thunder Tribe, which has Thor on it. Real quick, Loki finds the Mischief Tribe idol, so that's looking great for my pick. Alright, so Mischief Tribe's going to Tribal Council, but real quick, Mischief Tribe is heavily better on the mental and puzzle side than the Thunder Tribe, but the Thunder Tribe is slightly stronger, and so far that's showing through. They've won both immunities so far. So Loki has an immunity idol, he does not play it. Malekith with a vote. Malekith, Topaz, Malekith, and Malekith. So it looks like they did a little bit of a split here. Let's check it out. No, Malekith was the only person voting Topaz, and so Malekith unanimously voted out, which makes sense. We will see him back as maybe in a villain season. Who knows? Alright, we have our updated tribes. Thunder Tribe yet to lose an immunity. Surtur finds the Thunder Tribe hidden immunity idol, so that's good for him, as he is definitely on the outs already going into the game with you have a bunch of heroes versus that villain, so widely hated. And both of our villains on the Mischief Tribe have been voted out. But look at this, we are on Redemption Island. So Malekith arrives on Redemption Island. 2 castaways are on Redemption Island. They must advance in a competition to remain in the game. Alright, so the advancing player is Malekith, which means Curse is voted out and has to leave the game for good. So Malekith still has a fighting chance to get back into this. And look at that, Mischief Tribe wins their first immunity, as well as some chocolate, coffee, tea, milk, and cookies. Searcher has the Thunder Tribe idol, which is great for him, and Loki still has his Mischief Tribe idol. Now we are going to tribal council with the Thunder Tribe for the first time, and Surtur uses his idol, and it looks like it could be good here as he's nullified 3 votes. 4, 5, 6, 7, and Meek is voted out. Wow, that would have been a huge spot to take out somebody like Thor, who has numbers on his side and allies, but no, Surtur takes out Meek, a trusted Korg and Thor ally for sure. So, great idol play there by Surtur, but looks like everybody hates him, so he's going to need to find another one of those or keep winning it and hope to get to the merge. Loki's still with his idol. Meek arrives on Redemption Island, and it's just these two, so the advancing player, Meek, wins. He finishes the challenge first, and Malekith is out of the game for good. So Meek doing some dirty work over there. Thunder Tribe wins their 3rd immunity challenge, and Surtur will be sticking around most likely. And Thor finds the Thunder Tribe idol, so Surtur will not be able to find that any more longer. Yeah. Loki with his idol still, and we're getting to the vote. Alright, Loki does not play it here. We have Topaz with the vote. Hogan, Topaz, Hogan, Topaz, and that is enough. Topaz the tribe has spoken. So it looks like Topaz and Frigga voted for Hogan. So that's crazy that Frigga did. Not sure the reasoning behind that, but who knows. Okay. We have our updated tribes. Thor with his idol still, Loki with his, and Topaz arrives on Redemption Island. They're going to do a challenge, and Meek finishes first, which means Topaz is completely eliminated from the game. Mischief Tribe wins their 2nd team immunity, and this might mean Surtur's on the chopping block again. We'll see if he's worked his way into any alliances since then, or maybe he didn't. So, oh wow, okay. Intern. So Ethan Boothby collapses from exhaustion and is medically evacuated from the game. Rumor has it Surtur just flamed his butt and he ran out of hydration, water in his blood, and maybe Surtur's responsible for that. Who knows? Anyway, we have Thor and Loki, the brothers, with their idols still, and Meek is the only one on Redemption because nobody arrives, because Boothby is not doing so hot, or maybe he's doing too hot. Mischief Tribe wins immunity, another one for them, so I think it is 3-3 for immunities. Like I said, they are cracked at puzzles. But Thunder Tribe does have the slight strength advantage, especially with Surtur still being there. They have 2 super strong guys in Thor and Surtur, and then Hela's even super strong. But the rest of them probably around average. Alright, anyway, we're getting to the votes. So we still have Hela, a enemy, Grandmaster, and Surtur, all quote-unquote bad guys to these people, but the numbers are getting a little shifty, and it looks like the Executioner could be a swing vote, so let's see how this shakes out. Alright, we got Surtur, Hela, Surtur, and Surtur voted out, so it looks like it was unanimous. He is a huge comp threat because of his strength, and he has slight influence powers because he does rule over whatever underworld he resides. But it looks like he's the only vote for Hela, and Hela is going to survive a little longer. Now we have even tribes once again, and the 2 boys with their idols still, and Surtur arrives on Redemption Island. I'm going to go with Surtur definitely wins here. The eliminated player is Meek. Yep, so Meek is out of the game for good, and Surtur finishes and is still on Redemption Island. Still has a fighting chance to get back in this. Alright, the Mischief Tribe wins immunity once again. So now, for the first time, Thunder Tribe will have less members than the Mischief Tribe. Alright, here we go. We have Thor with the idol, and he uses it on Korg. So Korg does not count. Korg does not count. 3 votes nullified. It is a good idol play. And Hella. So Thor and Korg. And okay, so it would have been a tie, and nobody wanted to go to Rock. So this is a great time for Thor to play his idol to save Korg to stop a tie and vote out Hella. So 3-0 theoretically were the votes there. Hella did pull in Grandmaster and Executioner, so Executioner and Grandmaster now on the outs. Alright, they have a 5-person against 6-person, and Hella arrives on Redemption Island. This could be a solid matchup. Let's see, the returning player is Surtur, and so Hella is eliminated first. Surtur will be back in the game, and he also receives a clue to the hidden immunity idol. And he throws the clue into the fire. Alright, so we have Surtur back, and we are merged at the Worthy Tribe. So let's break this down. We have Executioner, Fandral, Frigga, Grandmaster, Hogan, Korg, Loki, Odin, Surtur, Thor, Valkyrie, and Volstagg. Now, just some things I want to point out here. The Warriors 3, which is Fandral, Hogan, and Volstagg, still together, going strong here. And that could be something to look out for. We also have Odin, Frigga, super tight, but then they also have Loki and Thor as well, so a big group of 4. Valkyrie is tight with Loki and Thor as well. Executioner is a risky guy here because he's homies with everybody, but also at the same time a sort of a backstabber. So then we have Korg, who's a homie to Thor, so Thor's sitting real nice right now. Grandmaster and Surtur, I would say, are the 2 people pretty much in the tightest spot here, especially with Surtur already being voted out and a comp threat. I would look for him to be voted out pretty soon here. I'm going to stick with my pick of Loki being the winner. He still has his idol. He's still in. He has not received a vote, I don't believe. Alright, so this is a male and female wins immunity here. So Grandmaster wins it for the males and Frigga wins it for the females. Alright. We are at Tribal Council. 2 players could not be voted out here. And that is the 2 in the middle here, Frigga and Grandmaster. So let's go ahead and see how this breaks down. Loki still has his idol. Thor did use his, so Loki the only one with an immunity idol. Grandmaster and Frigga do have their immunity necklaces. No idol played, and Korg receives the first vote. Surtur, Korg, Surtur. And look at that. Surtur is voted out immediately after coming back into the game. He is a huge threat, so I understand it 1000%. And he also doesn't have very many allies. So Surtur and Grandmaster were the only 2 to vote Korg. So like I said, Surtur and Grandmaster were on the outs. They tried to work together. They did not do so hot. So we got another immunity, and Hogan wins immunity this time. And we're going to the Tribal Council again. So Hogan with immunity necklace, and Loki does not play his idol. Fandral, Korg, Grandmaster. We have a 3-way tie. Korg, Grandmaster, 2-2-1. Grandmaster, Korg, Fandral. 4 votes Grandmaster, 3 for Korg, 2 for Fandral, 2 votes left. Korg with a vote, so we have a 4-4-2, and Korg is voted out. So let's go ahead and see these numbers. It looks like an unsuccessful split here, possibly. Let's go ahead and break down this vote. We have Executioner, Fandral, Korg all voting for, and Thor all voting for Grandmaster. But down here we have Executioner, Fandral, Korg, and Thor voted for Grandmaster. Loki and Valkyrie voted for Fandral. So it looks like that could have been the split, but some things started getting out of whack, and that sends Korg home. And so Frigga, Grandmaster, Hogan, Odin, and Volstagg vote Korg. Oh, so it looks like we have finally stopped trying to take out certain players, like people that we hate, and some of them are in to take out tight players. So Korg is no longer a good ally for Thor, as he is voted out, and it looks like people want to keep Grandmaster around due to his unlikability. So now we have a tribe of 10, and Loki still has his idol, has not had to play it. Valkyrie wins the immunity challenge, and we will get to the votes again. So Valkyrie immune once again, or Valkyrie immune with the necklace. Loki does not play his idol. Executioner, Grandmaster, Grandmaster, Executioner, Grandmaster, Executioner, Grandmaster, Executioner, Executioner, and Executioner is out. So yeah, it looks like there's a solid group trying to keep Grandmaster because they think they can beat him in the end. They didn't want Thor to go too deep with too many allies, so that's what that was. And a close vote here, but Grandmaster survives and the Executioner is going home by 1 vote. So that is a pretty crazy vote as well. Alright, now we have some statuses and Redemption Island. So, excuse me. We have Executioner arriving on Redemption Island, and he sees Korg and Surtur there. So now we are going to see who is still in the game and the 2 players who are going to be completely eliminated from the game. So the first eliminated player is Executioner. He fails to complete the challenge on time and is eliminated. Let's see who advances. Korg finishes. So Korg beats out Surtur and Executioner. Must have been a crazy challenge. You can read it there if you want to. Feel free to pause. Thor wins immunity. Korg is going to be still on Redemption Island for now. He will come back eventually, but not yet. Or he may come back eventually. The winner of Redemption Island will come back. He is still hanging around there. Loki does not play his idol. Thor with immunity necklace. Grandmaster. Fandral. Grandmaster, we are tied 2-2. Grandmaster. Fandral. 2 votes left. It is 4-3. Grandmaster has 4. Fandral has 3, 2 votes left. Grandmaster with a vote, and Grandmaster's voted out of the game. So we had another close vote, so slightly close. This one was less close. Loki and Valkyrie trying to vote out Fandral. They don't like how many allies Thor has. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. But Thor has so many allies. They definitely need to get rid of either Volstagg or Fandral because they are just basically numbers at this point. But look at that. Fandral wins immunity, and our tribe of 8 will have to vote somebody out here. A pretty surprising 8 here. We have basically one big alliance that is now going to have to break up. And I also totally skipped over Hogan. So all 3 of the Warriors 3 is here. The royal family is here between Odin, Frigga, Thor, and Loki. And Thor and Loki both share a number with Valkyrie, but it seems like Valkyrie and Loki have been voting together, so trying to stop Thor from having so many numbers. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to go with it's going to be between Volstagg and probably Frigga. Alright, Loki has his idol, does not play it. Fandral with the immunity necklace. Thor with a vote. Volstagg, Hogan, Valkyrie. So we have 4 different players getting votes here. 4 votes left. We have a 4-way tie. Thor with 2 votes. Valkyrie with 2 votes. Thor with 3 votes. Valkyrie with 3 votes. And we have a tie. So we're going to go into a re-vote. They will not vote, but the votes for Hogan and Volstagg, if it wasn't them, will be thrown on one of these players. I am hoping not to go to rocks. That is my least favorite thing in all of these. In our Godzilla simulator, somebody goes to rocks, and that is a pretty crazy one. So go ahead and check that out. We have season 1 of that out as well. Valkyrie gets a vote. Thor with a vote. Thor with a vote. Valkyrie with a vote. It is 2-2, 2 votes left. Thor with a vote. If the vote does not go to Thor here, we will be going to rocks, and Valkyrie and Thor will be safe. Thor gets the vote, and Thor is voted out of the game. So Thor has played twice now. He has been voted out. He still has a chance to come back, but let's break down these votes, as he is going to Redemption Island. But let's break down the votes. All right, we have Fandral voted for Valkyrie. Frigga voted for Thor. Hogan voted for Valkyrie. Loki voted for Thor. Odin voted Volstagg, but then in the revote voted Thor. And that's really what did it. Valkyrie voted Hogan originally, and honestly kind of screwed herself over. But I think she was trying to stay working with Thor. Let's check out these votes. So Thor, Hogan, and Fandral voted Valkyrie. Valkyrie got played somehow and was told to vote Hogan. And I'm not sure what Odin was doing. Crazy vote there, but Thor's voted out. He will be back indefinitely, but just let us know if you have players that are voted out that you want back. Alright, we have our updated tribe here, and just one thing to notice. All of these people from the Mischief tribe except for Fandral. Now, Fandral does have a close relation to Hogan and Volstagg, and not too far off from Frigga, Odin, and Loki and Valkyrie. So, let's get into this game. Loki still has his idol, has not received a vote yet. Alright, Grandmaster and Thor arrive on Redemption with Korg. We're going to have another challenge here, and let's see what happens. Who's going to get eliminated completely, and who's going to be sticking around? Grandmaster fails to complete the challenge on time and is eliminated. Korg eliminated, and Thor finishes first, so Thor will stay in the game. Hogan wins immunity, and he shares the reward with one other castmate, which is Frigga. They get shower and a massage waiting back at camp. Very luxurious. So Thor is still alive on Redemption Island. We could see him back, but we are not there yet. So let's get to Tribal Council. Hogan with immunity. Loki with his idol. He does not play it. Valkyrie with a vote. Frigga. Fandral. We have 3 votes in 3 different directions. 4 votes left. Valkyrie. Fandral 2-2-1. Fandral 3-2-1. And Fandral voted out. So look at this. We have just the Mischief tribe in the game still. So Odin is just throwing votes in every which direction. I don't know if they're splitting or what, or maybe he's just not aware, or maybe somebody's playing him. It's probably Loki absolutely playing him. But look at this, 6 members from the Mischief tribe, when we started with 9 on each tribe. So that is pretty wild to see there. Alright, sorry about that. We have Redemption Island, and okay, so there's going to be a reward here, an eliminated player, and an advancing player. So let's show the advancing player. Fandral finishes first and beats Thor. Thor is out of the game completely, as he has lost to Fandral. And so he gets a reward. He chooses... Oh, wow. So he chooses 3 people to join them temporarily with their loved ones. So Odin, Volstagg, and Hogan. So if he gets back in the game, this could be some ally stuff going on here. Hogan with his second immunity win. Alright. Sorry, give me 1 second to take a drink of water. And we're going to get these votes up for you so that you guys can take a look at the first 3. So we have Frigga, and Frigga with 3 votes left. Alright. We got Odin, and Odin. So a 3-vote tie. Sorry for that little break here, but here we go. We're getting into the tied votes, and it looks like each one of them are going to get their own vote here. Frigga with another vote, and Odin with another vote. So somebody is getting rocked out, and if it is Loki, I'm going to be angry. So these are your 3 people that are up for rocks, because Hogan has immunity, and since they couldn't decide on who to vote out, Frigga and Odin are safe. Okay, Volstagg is rocked out of... Volstagg is rocked out of the game. So due to Volstagg not wanting to flip, he's voted out. But that could have gone anyway, so... Loki survives, Valkyrie survives, and we're down to a final 5. All right, Loki still has his idol that he got, I believe, in the first quote-unquote episode. Volstagg arrives on Redemption Island. He tells him about how he grabbed a rock that was the wrong color, and they are sad. So, somebody's going to get out. Somebody's going to advance. And Volstagg, after pulling the wrong rock, gets eliminated by Fandral, who has beat now THOR and Volstagg. So, probably not the most physical challenges. Hogan with his third individual immunity. He also wins pizza lunch, and he shares with Frigga. So, he's definitely got an ally in Frigga there. We're going to go to Tribal Council now. Loki does not play his idol still. Alright. Odin with a vote. Frigga. Odin. 1 vote left. We cannot tie here. Odin with a vote. Alright, so it looks like Odin is out of the game. Frigga and Hogan is a super tight alliance, it looks like, and they pulled in Valkyrie on that vote. So Loki on the outs. Valkyrie flipping on that. Alright, we have a final 4, except we're going to Redemption Island, and somebody's returning to the game. Let's see the eliminated player, and Fandral, although he does take out THOR and Volstagg, he is eliminated from the game. Alright, so that means Odin will be coming back into the game. Sorry about these pauses here. I have some stuff I'm doing on the side unintentionally, so sorry about that. But Hogan, with I believe his 4th or 5th individual immunity, absolutely slaying in these. Loki still has his idol. This will be the last time he can play it. So he is going to play it here, and we're going to get to the votes. Loki plays his idol. Hogan is immune, so the only players that can be voted for here are Frigga, Odin, and Valkyrie. Odin with a vote, Valkyrie with a vote, Odin with a vote. 2 votes left. Odin is voted out after immediately coming back in. It is always going to be hard to stick around after coming back in from Redemption, because you just have a huge story with you if you come back in and you go far. Everybody's like, oh, well, he was voted out and still won. So they're going to be voted out most of the time. So Odin is out. We have a real Final 4 here. Nobody will be returning any longer. Loki's sticking around in here. That was my original pick. I am glad to see that. Good, solid, idol play there, as just, I'm guessing people knew about it, hence why he didn't get any votes. But to maintain an idol throughout the whole game, super great. Hogan doing what he does best and winning another immunity. These other castaways are slacking. So this might be Loki's demise, as he's played super well and hasn't received a single vote. So Valkyrie will probably jump with Frigga and Hogan to vote him out. Or maybe Hogan will vote Frigga out because they've been too tightly aligned. Frigga with a vote. Valkyrie with a vote. Frigga with a vote. 1 vote left. Valkyrie. So we have a tie. They're going to re-vote. Alright. Valkyrie and Frigga, which means they are going to compete in fire. There will not be rocks this time. And we have Frigga out. Valkyrie wins in fire. And I love this final 3. I think Loki has a chance, but Hogan just kind of ran the game a little towards the end there, it seemed like. We'll have to see what Loki did behind the scenes. But Hogan, Loki, and Valkyrie facing the jurors. I'm not too sure what Valkyrie has done. It kind of seems like she's been jumping ship and going back and forth and been swing votes, which might get her the win. But if the jury's bitter, then maybe it won't. Loki has done super solid, hasn't received a single vote all game. Hogan, a ton of immunity wins. Sorry, I cannot think of it. And did really solid. He had some super good allies along the game, and just to say, at least 4 of them are in here. I believe Odin might be one, but I know Fandral, Frigga, and Volstagg definitely were allies to Hogan. So we'll see the votes here. All right, we're going to find out our winner. Hogan with a vote, Loki with a vote, Loki with a vote. These are votes for a winner. Hogan with a vote. So we are tied 2-2. Loki with a vote. Hogan with a vote. We are tied 3-3. Loki with a vote. Hogan with a vote. We are tied 4-4. Hogan is our winner. So barely beating Loki, my original pick. I was so close. I was tempted to take Thor, but look at that. Hogan wins and beats Loki and Valkyrie. Valkyrie, like I said, did not get any votes because I do think she just shifted around too much. She played a good game, just voted all these people out, basically. Thor wins, fan favorite. Who would have suspected that? He will be back for sure. Hogan is our winner, and this is your placement. So Curse, Malekith, Topaz, Ian, Meek, Hela, Surtur, Executioner, Core, Grandmaster, Thor, Volstagg, Fandral, Odin, Frigga. Our final 3 being Valkyrie, Loki, and Hogan. And Hogan winning by 1 vote. So, crazy game there. Who knows? Maybe it was his allies who got him that win. Here's some stats if you want to check over them. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Hogan had 6 individual immunity wins. Everybody else had 1 from the people who had won them. I think if Loki wins 1 of those, his game just goes up way better. Loki was the most strategic, it says. Loki had 1 idol and got 0 votes all game. So great game by Loki. Just wasn't able to pull the votes at the end. So thank you for watching this. It was a 3rd season of our MCU Marvel Survivor mashup. We have big plans coming down the road. Our first 2 seasons for Marvel are out. Our first season of Godzilla is out. Godzilla is out. Go check those out because they will be lining up somewhere down the road. So thank you for watching once again. Peace.